nightmare sales call. Nightmare sales call. Good morning, Toastmasters.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you think about a time that you had a nightmarish sales call? Can you laugh about it today? Well, let me tell you about mine. It was a chilly autumn day in New York City. The year is 1983. That day at 9 o'clock in the morning, I had a very important meeting. The meeting was with the director of reservations for Varick Airlines. For those of you who know a little bit about airlines, Varick Airlines, National Airlines of Brazil. I don't think they exist anymore, but they travel throughout the entire world. My company had made a proposal to handle their worldwide hotel reservations. It easily was a $100,000 account.
Wow.
From our estimates. My presence there that morning would make or break the sale. That morning I woke up just a little bit late because our son, he was 2 years at the time, used to kind of creep in our bed in the wee hours in the morning, keep us a little bit awake. My wife and son were sleeping, so I dressed pretty much in the dark. Rushed out of the house, saw that the bus was coming because I needed to take a bus to a train into Manhattan, New York City. Ran to the bus, huge line because this is rush hour. Got into the bus, standing room only. So here I am hanging on to a strap, lurching along as the bus goes from stop to stop, thinking about the presentation I'm going to make to Varick Airlines. I needed to go through all the points, all the objections, and all of a sudden I caught the two boys sitting right there. I know they were making fun of me. They had that smirk on their faces, laughing at each other. I didn't pay attention to them. I went back to thinking about Varick. Finally, the bus stopped at the train station. Everybody just rushed out. Anybody who's been in New York, they realize what it is. Just a mass movement of people rushing to the train, into the platform. It was full of people. Train came in, and all those people came in to the subway car, and I was in standing room only. Found my way to one of my favorite places in the car, subway car, grabbed onto the bar, two people sitting in front of me, and immediately I focused myself on the advertisement right above me. Well, you see, in New York, if you're riding in a subway, you pay attention to that advertisement. You don't want to lock eyes with anyone. That's dangerous. Reading the advertisement, thinking about Varick. All of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see the lady that's sitting right next to me, knee to knee with me, literally. She's got that smirk. Okay. What could it be? And I thought, oh my God, my fly is open. Carried the briefcase in my left hand. I deftly moved that briefcase and shielded the right hand as it checked the zipper. And that theory went out. My zipper was closed. And then just I noticed that the man sitting next to her, he begins to smirk. All that exuberance from that preparation to Varick is beginning to go out. Oh my God, he just did one of these to the lady next to him. And a huge smile on his face. He went down. Panic started setting in.
Yeah.
It wasn't my zipper. Something else is happening here. In one of those movements, I quickly checked what was going on. I arched my back enough in one of those that no, the perfectly groomed man, the perfectly suited man, I had my best suit tied on, had two perfectly different shoes on his feet. The oxygen in that car quickly went out. I was panic-stricken. Butterflies set in my stomach. And I felt, you know what happens? It, you know, body just, I had to control that too. My nightmare had just begun. When I was 31, I was on top of the world. I knew what to do. I came up with a plan. The plan was, I had a briefcase. If at any given point in the appointment, I was to sit down and the person I was meeting with had to look, I knew I could shield my shoes. I said to myself, this day, Carlos, you're going to make the best presentation in the world. You're going to get that person to focus in on what you have to say and look at your eyes. That an anticlimax here to all of you. After 1 hour, I walked out of there. All the butterflies were in formation. I felt good. That's when I noticed the lady I was meeting with gave me one of those glances and a spark. End of the story. Successful sales. We got the account. Bad part of the story. Many a times, over the last 27 years, I wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat, wearing two different shirts.